Lit, you know, it don't matter if he turns like a barge now because he's at the back post and he's leaped above everyone and he's headed it in the top corner. Fair play to him. It was for the last throw of the dice. Lamans has come up. They've thrown everything at Tottenham and it's a long corner to the far post and he's just unmarked. He leaps and just knocks it into the top corner. 2-2. Looks like it's game over.
He's scoring against Spurs, doesn't he? 5 in his last 5 games against them. Just how impressed have you been with him since he signed for Man United, Peter?
Listen, I've been impressed with him for a number of years now. I think him at Brentford, he's a killer. He's a danger. He's sharp with his touches. I thought today he was playing right in front of us here. And he's so sharp. And I think when he gets a chance, invariably finishes. He's cold in front of goal. And I think he's been such a big addition to what Manchester United are trying to do this season.
Does he give you that high energy and that work ethic? Same with Cunha as well, that they've been lacking.
Do you know, I think his biggest attribute is it gives quality. Do you know, I think he reminds me a little bit of Mo Salah in and around the box. When he gets it, he has a clear picture of exactly what he wants, whether the finish near post or back post. He almost shows like no emotion. It's just like business in and around the box, and I love that. You know, you can play into his feet, you can dribble. Crouchy was mentioned his touches and how sharp he is. Technically, I don't think he gets enough credit. People talking about his goal scoring, rightly so. But he's an exceptional football player. And look, he just stands there real chill. You know, people have come to Manchester United, huge names, and struggle with the pressure. He just sits there, super calm, super chill, top scorer this season. So I think with him and Cunha and Bruno, and if they can get Šeško up and running, they've got 2 absolute belters in there to take this club forward. 25
Premier League goals since the start of last season, Peter. He's so consistent in the numbers he puts up as well.
Yeah, I think certainly with Bruno Fernandes's ability as well, there was a real frustration last year with what was in front of him. He kind of found himself trying to do things on his own, probably taking more shots from maybe outside the box. But I think certainly with Cunha and Mbeumo, he's got players who are ready-made for the Premier League, players who've scored in the Premier League. They've proven that last season and they're proving it again now.
And guys, we've got a massive game to look forward to tomorrow as well. Manchester City against Liverpool. It is the late afternoon kickoff. And given the way Arsenal have started this season, this is just huge for both of these sides, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, and both have found some form again, you know, which is going to make the title race fascinating. Erling Haaland against Virgil van Dijk, you know what I mean? I think City are back to the best. Phil Foden was brilliant midweek against Borussia Dortmund. There's so many fabulous players. I think Liverpool have found their right back for this season. I think Conor Bradley was amazing against Real Madrid.
He was immense,
that has been an issue for them all season. I think he settled on that. I'm sure Robertson will play again. And Liverpool look like they found their rhythm again. He'll play that midfield 3 that's been so great. And I think Florian Wirtz will probably get some space, more space in a game like against Manchester City. They're going to attack and he can get on the half turn. So should be fascinating, and somebody's got to keep up with Arsenal, you know, and find a way to win that game.
Who is the most likely to push Arsenal for that title?
Oh, yeah, put me on the spot there. I think Manchester City and Liverpool, without doubt, will be the teams. You know, the outcome of tomorrow will be massive. What I'm glad about is obviously they had their inconsistencies this season. They look like they're clicking into gear at the right time. That was a massive win against Real Madrid. I think that'll give them a hell of a lot of confidence. I think the 2 fullbacks that's been important. I think that really has been an issue with Liverpool. Robertson coming in looked assured, and Conor Bradley did so well against Vinicius, and it feels like they've got that steel in midfield again. And with Foden and Haaland seemingly on fire, it is a mouth-watering prospect.
It's Pep's 1,000th game in charge as well. If given that he's in the middle of rebuilding this Man City team, if he can push them to a strong finish and a title this season, what would that do for his legacy? His
legacy is set. He's one of the best to ever do it.
I mean, in terms of creating a dynasty, show that he can do that. We know how much he's won, but it would just take it to the next level.
Yeah. Oh no, without question, Liz. I mean, you could argue about who's the greatest of all time. It could be one of a number of names. His is in that hat. I think he's the ultimate innovator, which I think is his greatest attribute. You know, you think about the false nine or the ball-playing goalkeeper, or he went from those inverted fullbacks to then 4 centre-backs, you know, and finding ways to win the Champions League. And this season he's gone from a ball-playing goalkeeper to a functional one in Donnarumma. And I think that's his greatest attribute. He plays brilliant football when he can, but he adapts to what his current players have. And he'll go to Anfield and then adapt. I think in the last 2 games they had less possession than the opposition, but finding a way to win. And that's why it makes it so fascinating. He's got his finger on the pulse. better than anybody in this game.
And Haaland, 13 goals in 10 Premier League games. It's gone that well, Peter, you even broke out the robot. Still said you did it better, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I quite liked his one. Yeah, listen, it's just nice to still be in the conversation. People doing the celebration, that's great to see. He's an absolute machine. You know, what he's achieving there, the numbers he's posting are nothing short of remarkable. And, you know, if he stays at the length of the contract that he's signed, then you'd seemingly think that all records will be smashed. I remember, you know, when a 1 in 2 striker was a good striker, and he's just making a mockery of the numbers.
Yeah, he looks unstoppable at the moment, doesn't he? Some news as well coming out is that Rob Edwards very much looks like he's on his way to Wolves. They're in action later against Chelsea. How do you look at that appointment and the challenge ahead for him?
Nice easy start, Chelsea.
Yeah.
I mean, look, it's a big ask, but I think I think he gets the league. I think he had a huge impact, obviously, at Luton, but this is a completely different job, and they're under pressure. He needs to find a way to get results. Obviously, it's difficult, I think, when you're down there and confidence is low. One thing you would say is he's got a couple of Brazilian internationals that play for him, so that helps probably in a relegation battle. He'll probably want to play a little bit more football.
Ruben, I'm going to look at it from a different perspective for a coach on the bench on the 87th minute when your player pulls up injured and you haven't got any subs on the bench or you've used them all. What goes through your mind?
It's happened in the game. It's a little bit frustration because you know that you are going to struggle in the final minutes. Really concerned about Ben because he's really important for us. So it's a mixed feeling. You are worried about the game, but also thinking that it could be something. So it's not a good feeling. But in the end, we managed to score. It was good for us.
The men's coming down Schmeichel style, but it was De Ligt that came back with a goal. Is that then a point saved rather than 2 points dropped? How do you view the result?
If you look at whole the game, I think we dropped 2 points here. It was there to take the 3 points. We lack a little bit the quality that we should have to kill the game. You can feel it, the environment, you can feel it, the space that we had to play football. We need to improve on that. But then, if you look just the end, with everything that happened with the... I had to take Harry, Casemiro because of some pains, and to manage to overcome everything was a point that we won.
And how do you manage Ben's mentality now? Because missed 2 big chances in that encounter, and then to get injured when he's putting so much pressure on himself, as you talked about ahead of this match.
We just need to be natural with him, to now take care of the body of Ben, then take care of the head of Ben. He'll be fine. He'll be okay. We are here for him. We are not let any player, especially a young talented guy like Ben, alone. So he's not alone. He's with us, and he's going to be fine.
You move a place up for now. The unbeaten run continues.
Yes, that is a feeling that you can be frustrated of losing 2 points, but you have that feeling no matter what happened, we are going to fight. If we cannot not win, we are not going to lose, and that spirit we are improving on that, and that is a good feeling.